Hello everyone. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can't so because my last video was a rant, I thought I'd actually do a proper piercing video today and do another piercing FAQ because I absolutely adore doing them and you guys seem to love it really too. So I've got a hell of a lot of piercing questions here from you guys, so make sure you do come and follow me on my Twitter and my Instagram for the future ones so then you don't miss out and you can get your questions in. But I'm gonna get straight into this. I don't know what the hell this was. I want to get straight into this question. Oh. If you had to choose to take out permanently one of your piercings, which would it be? Bitch. Probably my belly button, just because you don't, like, it's not like it's ever there seen or anything. So, I mean, it's not like visually I wouldn't really lose anything because realistically, you don't really see my belly button. What piercing are you thinking about getting next? Oh, okay, so, okay. I'm gonna get my nipples done. I've been putting this off and putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, and I've wanted to just do it for ages, and I'm so scared that I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just do it. Hopefully within like a month, I should be doing a video getting my nipples pierced, which is gonna, pray for me, guys, pray for me, because I am scared. What's your most favorite piercing that you have? Definitely at the moment it's gonna be my dermal conch punch, which is through my ear here, which is where the big hole is. I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but I have like a big chunk taken out of my ear there. I absolutely adore that. It's like, because this is like the most sort of extreme mod I do have, and I've literally never seen a person actually with it. So I think that's quite cool to have I've got a modification that no one really has. I'm sure obviously a lot of people do have it, but like I've never actually seen someone who's had it before. So I like my little dermal conch punch. If you were held at gunpoint and forced to get an eyelid piercing or a crucifixion piercing and you had to keep one forever, which would you choose? I mean, I don't know if you can technically keep either one of those ones forever because, you know, having a crucifixion piercing through here and here just wouldn't stay, like it would just get ripped out or something. And an eyelid piercing would make you blind. Probably an eyelid piercing then. Although, would it be really heavy and you would be able to keep your eye open because it's not like your eyelids are strong. Imagine having muscly eyelids. I couldn't even. And okay, I'm gonna pick eyelid piercing. I love how I'm saying this as if it's like gonna happen. Please don't pierce my eyelids. When you were younger as a child, did you ever think that you were going to have as many piercings as you do now? Were you always interested in piercings, or was it something that you got into later in your teen years? I have always been surrounded by modification. I think I might have said it before like a while ago, but both of my parents were heavily tattooed and it was very like a big thing. And my sister also, when we were very, very young, when she was like 12 or 13, she had loads of piercings up her ears. There's a blue banana, and they were all done by guns, like horrendously stuff, because back then it wasn't a big deal to get things done by guns. Like it wasn't really, like people didn't know too much about how the dangers of it, but like all these piercings up her ears and stuff, and a lot of them went septic because of guns. Don't do guns, guys. So just putting that out there. So I've always had like an obsession with like modification, and like I had my left earlobe pierced with a gun when I was about 5 or 6 years old. So I had my first one when I was very, very young. I used to be obsessed with like the Guinness World Record books. I'd get them every single year, and the first things I would look at would be like the most tattooed people and the most modified people and the most like pierced people. Like I've always been very obsessed with it. When I moved in with my grandparents, they didn't like it at all. Like when I was very young, they didn't even like me having one little stud here. And because I was a lot younger, obviously they were a little more influential in my life. So I didn't get any modification at all until I was 19 when I got my scaffolding pierced on the left side back in 2009. And as to wondering if I'd had this many, I never thought I was going to get this many. I thought I'd want a few, but like they are very addictive, and I do have quite an addictive personality. I always said that I'd never get my nose pierced, and now I have my septum on both sides of my nostrils. I never said I was going to get this many, but I'm not sad about it because I love them. If you were to do a film about all the stories behind your body mods, what would it be called? Probably Mary Poppins, because I feel like the stories are very similar. What are your thoughts on dermal anchors, and would you ever get one? I love them. I think they look really cool, but you just kind of have to be very wary about where you're getting them, because a lot of people get them at their wrists and their necks and stuff, and although that's great and they stay sometimes, but like you do catch them a lot, and like that's the thing with dermal anchors and surface piercings and that kind of thing. Like they're never in places where they're very practical. They're always in places where they're going to be annoying to a certain extent. So I like them. I just don't know if I would get any, especially on my face or anywhere here, just because if that stuff gets ripped out, oh my god, you're going to be left with hideous scars, and I just don't want that. Have you ever thought about taking out all of your piercings? Early on in the stages, when I started getting them, definitely I had it in my mind like this is just causing me too much hassle, like with work, and it's been really annoying, and I've had like times where I've kind of like just been like, let's just take them out and just be fucking normal. Now I'm at a stage in my life where I just don't care what people think about me. Like I'm over all of that now. So like, no, now I never even think about it. But I think back when I first started getting them, then yes, because also it'd bring a lot more of attention towards me. People would stare and things and I wasn't used to that. I wouldn't wear anything that was too crazy too. It was all very sort of like generic silver, nothing too like sort of flashy to draw the attention. But now, don't care. How do you get ideas for piercings, and would you get an out of the ordinary custom piercing? I would love to get more like custom stuff. I mean, the only problem is trying to think about what that would be. I think it's really difficult to actually come up with something that's like drastically unique unless you're like cutting parts of your ear off. Like when it comes down to my dermal conch, like I know it's not obviously unique to me, people have it. It was something that I hadn't really seen very much of, and I watched a video online and someone had it and I was like, that's really cool. And they had a slightly smaller one, and because I got quite big ears, it's quite lucky for me, I wanted a slightly larger one. I guess that was more of like a unique one for me, but I don't really know that, I don't really have a process of going like, this is more different. I just kind of see something and like it and then kind of think maybe I could incorporate that somewhere. If you could change anything about the body modification world, what would you do to make it more inclusive and understanding and better the community with less discrimination? I think just the everyone's an expert idea. Like obviously if you saw my last video, I was a bit of a rant because I got a lot of hate from my previous video about piercings because people said that all my information was wrong and I was horrendous and I shouldn't be a modifier and I shouldn't blah blah. It was just very ugly and very horrible, and I felt very weirded out that the community was attacking me so much. And again, it wasn't because I was worried about myself, because I don't care what people think about me. It was more because I felt like it was making the community look bad. So it wasn't really about me, it was more so sort of I was annoyed more for the community itself. Just that God complex that a lot of people have, and they're like, well, I've been told this by someone, so I'm right and you're wrong. You don't know someone else's body. There's textbook ways of saying things. It's like things that they'll put in the book saying this is this and this is that. But everyone's body is different. Everyone's body heals differently. And if I change something because I my body is healed differently than yours is, doesn't mean I'm wrong. Doesn't mean I'm a bad influence. It just means that I have a different experience. So I think just the whole God complex of a lot of people. I will say though, thank you for all the love that I did get on that video. Really, really, I like it. Thank you so much, because it was very nice to have the support from you guys. So thank you so much for all of your questions. Make sure you do come and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. So like next time I ask the questions, you can definitely get yours in and potentially have a spot on a video. I love you so much. A massive shout out to Kelly, Stephanie and Teresa, who are top 3 patrons. I love you. Thank you so much. You're amazing. I adore you. And I will see you very soon. And hit that like button. It does really help me out. And yeah, bye.